Josh, the intense playoff battles, the way that this thing, continued to move throughout the season, and you guys pregame warm-ups, Jay Will's always like wrestling you and hugging you and all sorts of stuff. How did you guys keep the mood and the vibe around the team that was so vibrant, even in sort of the intensity of these moments?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously tough. You're on the road, you're down 3-2, and you're in an elimination game. It could be easy to get nervous and tense, and we got a group of guys that wants those moments and sticks together and comes together even more when times get tough. And it's been like that all year. It's been like that all year, and especially last night in the biggest game of the season. Even in the warm-ups, pre-game, the flight to Dallas. We're all still so connected together, and for such a young team to be that way, kind of speaks volumes to the guys we have in the locker room. And it's an impressive group of guys, and I think last night is only going to make us stronger and better as a team.
Josh, obviously, you had the off-court stuff to start the year. You go on this sort of on-court roller coaster throughout the year. You finished the season not starting. Just how would you summarize this season for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was up and down the whole time. I mean, it's not a secret. As a team, from where we've come from 2 years ago, where we won 20-something games, to where we are now as the first seed, 57 wins, play is going to grow. And we've got such a good team with so many weapons. And, we started the same way all year, but, when it gets to the playoffs, it becomes, sort of that chess match. And coaches make adjustments according to the other team and how you're getting guarded and schemed. And, it's just part of the game. And I took it on the chin and kept moving forward and tried to be the best teammate I could be from the role I was playing on the bench. And, that's just what happened, and that's just how the series unfolded. And I love Isaiah, that's my guy, and I was really happy for him to get that opportunity to start in playoff games. And as I said, probably the first 2 games of the playoffs against Dallas, I didn't play a lot, and I was not playing well, and I was probably in my own head, and I wasn't being a good teammate. And it just felt bad. Like, even after we won game 1, I was trying to be happy, but I was also so worried internally. Like, I couldn't fully get around the guys the way I wanted to, and it was a bad feeling. And from that point on, I made a promise to myself that whether I play 5 minutes or 40 minutes, I'm going to be the best teammate I can be. I'm going to be up off the bench, cheering for the guys, being supportive, and that was kind of the mindset I took into the next 3 games. And love my teammates, so I just wanted to be there for them as much as I could, and that was kind of my approach, to those last 3 games.
Yeah, obviously, you're going to be eligible for your rookie extension. Just what are your expectations there, and do you see yourself here long term?
Yeah, I love it here. This is home away from home. I love everything about this place, the city, the fans, the organization, top to bottom. Is just unbelievable people throughout the building, and getting to come here to work every day is so much fun. It doesn't feel like work. Every time I wake up in the morning, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see the guys, and even through times throughout the year where maybe there was dark days, maybe things weren't going great. Getting to come here every day and see my teammates, made everything better. And I just love the group of guys we've got, and excited to keep growing with them. And Sam, Mark, everybody top to bottom has just been unbelievable for me this entire season. And I just love coming to work here every day.
You just mentioned you didn't feel like you were being a good teammate. What went into overcoming that specifically and turning that part around?
Yeah, probably my dad. He was always really big on being a good teammate, and I've always been in a position where I'm playing a lot of minutes and starting my whole life, and then when suddenly things don't happen the way you want them to and the way you think they're going to pan out, how do you react? And the first couple games I probably was just so self-centered and worried about me that it impacted the way I was supporting my teammates and being a good teammate. So I wanted to change that, and I wanted to just have the right approach to it where, as I said, whether I'm playing 5 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm there for my guys, I'm supporting them the whole time, and I'm up off the bench, I'm cheering, being loud and energetic, and obviously that's new to me. I've always played a lot of minutes and started them all my life, and for that to change like that, I had to adapt and just be the best teammate I could. As I said, whether I was on the floor or not, doing my part to help our team, get through the next series.
Was that the first time you felt like that this year?
No, I mean, to be honest, no. Like, especially earlier in the year, when you go on a roller coaster of a season, you start to get in your own head, and you start to maybe doubt yourself or things like that. So I was lucky. I had good people around me that cared for me and helped me. And as I said, I just wanted to be a better teammate, and I wanted to support the guys and do my part to help our team be as best we could.
Josh, you're 21, and over the course of this season, being in the position that you guys are as a team, you've seen just about every defensive coverage you possibly can. How armed maybe do you feel heading into an off season of work and next year of like, okay, I've now seen the full menu of what teams can throw at us, and does that kind of charge you up heading into an off season?
I mean, yeah, 100%. I guess, having a series like the last one to go into the summer with is probably something I need, as a 21-year-old, to have this early in my career where you go through a series like that where, you start the whole season and, you don't play a lot of minutes. It's probably what I need, to be honest. And, there's obviously a lot of things I got to work on in the summer, and I probably don't sound so excited, but I really am to get back home and work on the things I need to. National team, obviously, with the Olympics, and there's a lot of things I need to work on and get better at. And it's easy to sit here and point the finger at people and say, I should have played more, I should have done this, but I'm the first person to look in the mirror and say, I got to be better, and I do, and I will be. I will be better, and there's a lot of things I got to work on, but that's what the summer's for, it's what the off season's for. So, I can't wait and to get back next season and show that I'm a different player, and to never let what happened this series happen again.
Is this just a product of the playoffs, playing the same team 6 times? Because you finished the season strong, March, April, and everything else, shooting the ball and everything else. Is this just a product of a team that devised something that you just couldn't get out of defensively?
I mean, yeah. I mean, as I said, it's a chess match. You play the same team 6 times in a row. They're going to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments. And they made some. Obviously, we knew that we're going to kind of cross-match going into the series, and we're trying to find ways to attack it. But there was probably better matchups for us on the floor at the time, and obviously I was struggling. So, coach did what he thought was best for the team, and to be honest, I probably agree with him. As hard as it is for a player to sit there and say, I should be on the bench. At the time, like Queso, Isaiah, Wiggs, these guys were probably better in this series for Dallas, and it's a tough pill to swallow. But as I said to Gello, it's for a 21-year-old to go through this now. It's probably good for me, and as I said, I don't want to feel this feeling again, and it'll make me a lot better and stronger as a player to never let something like this happen again.
Josh, we've seen a few guys come in here be quite emotional about what this team was and what this year was for everybody. What will you remember about this season and about this team and these guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great group of guys, from top to bottom, and not even just the locker room. You go from the front office to the equipment manager and everybody in between. It's just such a tight-knit organization. The players love each other. As I said, coming to work every day is fun. We enjoy being here, being around each other, and yeah, it's just a great group of guys to be around, and we enjoy spending time with each other. I think our chemistry off the floor helps on the floor. There's a lot I could say, but I think it's very well known. We all love each other. This is such a close group, and I just can't wait. And I'm gonna miss these guys, over the summer. Like, these are genuinely my brothers. Like, I love these guys, and it's tough to get away from them. But I know this is all gonna make us stronger. This loss and what we went through, this season, how close we are. But this is gonna help so much of the team, and I know guys are ready to come back and get to it next year.
Josh, a lot of guys that play in the Olympics or FIBA say that helps them into the next year in the NBA season. First, how much are you looking forward to playing with Australia in the Olympics? And then, do you feel like that'll help you come into the next season a little bit more in rhythm?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Obviously, we had the World Cup last summer, and it's good. I think it's good just to keep playing basketball, just to stay in game shape, in touch with a real 5-on-5 game with referees and everything, and that's what I'm excited for. And it's the Olympics. I've dreamt of being in the Olympic Games since I was a little kid, and growing up watching guys are gonna play with at this Olympics. I'm on TV. So this is what I wanted my whole life, to represent my country in Olympic Games, and to finally have the chance to do that is exciting. And basketball in Australia is as good as it's ever been. So I'm excited to play with the group that we've got, and just continue to play basketball throughout the summer and not have 4 or 5 months of no games.
You say you dreamed of it. Could you envision yourself as a little kid playing in the Olympics for Australia?
I mean, I wanted to. I didn't know how far-fetched it was at the time, but I mean, everyone dreams big when they're young, and it probably seems so far away, when you're a kid. But it's something I always wanted to do. And between the NBA and representing my country, that were my top 2 priorities growing up and as a basketball player. And as I said, I watched it on TV when I remember missing days of school to sit at home watching the Olympics, and to be able to go to Paris this summer and playing it with my country is right up there with the top of for an Australian kid, that's almost the pinnacle of basketball.
How much do you think playing with Australia is going to help your game for the NBA?
A lot. I mean, obviously it's a different role. I'm going to have the ball in my hands a lot with Australia and initiate the offense and set guys up and things like that. And obviously that's who I am as a player. And to do that is exciting, and I'm excited for the whole process through camp, through the pre-Olympic games, and we've got a tough schedule of games, so it's going to be good for us to test ourselves. Good for me to test myself. There's obviously a lot I want to get better at this summer, and I'll spend all the pre-Olympics doing those things and living in the gym, and then I look forward to hitting the ground running in Paris and chasing a gold medal.
With regards to improvement, what's top of mind for you?
I mean, shooting's the big one. That's obviously something I want to work on, but just outside of that, there's a lot of things. I could rattle off 10 right now, but there's so much in my game that I want to evolve and get better at. But yeah, I just living in the gym is the big thing. Just being in there, repetitions, and staying locked in and not getting distracted by things. It's easy. I'm back home in Melbourne. There's a million things going on, but just living in the gym, I made a promise to myself to be in there as much as I can be. My house that I stay at is right by where I'm working out at, so my trainers are all going to be there. So everything's kind of set up perfectly, and this is going to be the summer where I really have to lock in, and improve the things I have to, and to not, let what happened in this series ever happen again.
Josh, can you feel that this franchise is on the right path to reach the ultimate goal?
I mean, definitely. As I said, to where we were 2 years ago, 23 wins or whatever it was, to where we are now, I think we're definitely on the right track. And whether we win a championship or not next year or in 10 years, as long as we continue to stack good days, good weeks, good games, we're going to continue to trend in the right direction. And obviously, it's not every team wants to win. Every team wants to win a championship, but as long as we continue to stack good days, build good habits, which we have in this building, we're going to continue on that path. And who knows whether it's next year, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, we want to hit that goal eventually.
Josh, a lot of your teammates who've kind of seen their minutes fluctuate have talked about how open Mark is and how much that helps them. What were those conversations like this week leading up to you coming off the bench for the first time, and kind of who was in your ear to help you prepare for that?
Yeah, he had spoke to me, about it before the playoffs and just said, like, look, this can happen. He spoke to the team as well and said, things can happen in the playoffs, rotations can change, guys that have played all year might fall out of the rotation, different things. And, obviously the first series we swept the Pelicans. When it's the next series started the same unit, and then, it was 2-2, and he felt it was necessary to make a change, with Isaiah. And as I said, it's obviously different. I've started every game in my career, so to come off the bench was something new, but I just, tried to drown out the fact that I wasn't going to start the game, and 6 minutes later I'm going to be in there, so it doesn't change too much. And it was obviously a different perspective sitting there watching the tip, but as I said, I thought Zay was great. I thought the way he impacted that starting, the 4 guys that had started all year was great, and he did an awesome job of coming in there, fitted in seamlessly, and as I said, I tried to be the best teammate I could from that point on. And as I said, whether it was 5 minutes, 40 minutes, it didn't matter to me. I just wanted to be there for the guys and play my role as best I could.
And going back to the Olympics, like now that you've played deeper into the season and have the Olympics coming up, does that change your summer routine at all or development strategy at all?
No, I'm straight back to it as soon as I get home. And it's just a shorter break of straight workouts before the Olympic camp starts. But no, it doesn't change anything for me. I'm straight back to it as soon as I get back.
A lot of the times, the mental aspect of the game kind of gets forgotten, especially with you being young. How mentally taxing was this season, and then how did you get over that?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the biggest challenge I've ever gone through. Those for a number of reasons, obviously, and I think mentally is the part that gets overlooked the most for any player. And it's so easy for people to see what's happening on the floor, but not see what happens behind the scenes. And then there's so much more to a person than basketball, and that's for anyone, not just me. And I think you have a couple bad games, you start getting in your own head. Maybe you lose confidence, whatever the case may be. But for me, I've just tried to stay within the team as much as I can this year, and that's been the thing for me that I found has worked the best. When you come in every day, you get amongst the team, and you stay within the group, and that's what cheers guys up, and that's what gets you back on the right path. And as I said, I'm really lucky to have good people around me that really care and really are there for you. And there's definitely been days and stretches throughout this year that have been tough. It's not a secret, but I just tried to come in every day, do the best I could, and be the best teammate I could.
Josh, with that,
Couple more.
Josh, with that, just internally, emotionally, like, what would you say your lowest point was this season?
So, there's been a lot. There's been days where, you don't feel like getting out of bed. For a number of reasons. And as I said, I'm just lucky to have people around me that care, that, were there for me. And coming in every day, seeing my teammates, that helps. Being in the gym, working out, that definitely helps. But there's a million things, but they're probably the few that help the most, I guess, with staying on track and drowning out outside noise.
Mark mentioned
Last one.
how he wanted to practice tomorrow and wanted to be around you guys. Is that feeling mutual, and what makes being around Mark so special?
Yeah, we all wanted that. We all wanted to win last night and be back in tomorrow preparing for Game 7. But it's part of the sport. You lose games, you win games, and it's a tough pill to swallow at the end of the year because you want to move on, you want to keep playing. But I think even when Mark says he wants to be in practice, I think it just speaks to how good of a group we've got. Players, coaching staff, we all love each other, and we all want to be around each other and practicing, preparing for games, playing games, traveling, eating meals together, just doing everything. And I've said it a million times this press conference, but just being around the guys is such a fun thing to do. It's almost like therapy, It's almost you come in, they put a smile on your face, irrespective of what happened. They check in on each other, and just I can't say enough about the team we have, and I love these guys to death.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.